Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll see the important current affairs. But before going into the video, please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We will provide the links in the description as well as comment section below. So let us see the first current affair for today. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi has laid the foundation stone for the Ganga Expressway in the Uttar Pradesh state. Okay. So this Ganga Expressway the foundation stone was laid at the Shahjahanpur in Uttar Pradesh. So after completion of the work, it will be the longest expressway of the state. So this will connect the western and eastern regions of the state. So this will start at Meerut and it will end at Prayagraj. Okay. So this project has a total length of 594 kilometers and it is constructed at a cost of 36,200 crores. So a 35-kilometer long airstrip is also built as a part of this expressway for emergency takeoff and landing of Indian Air Force planes. Okay. So this will be constructed at Shahjahanpur. So it is in the state of UP. So UP CM Yogi Adityanath, UP Governor Anand Patel. So next Malta. So it's an European country. So Malta becomes the first European nation to approve cannabis for personal use. So cannabis or marijuana. So this is a drug, illegal drug, which is popular in the market. So Malta will be the first European country to allow limited cultivation and possession of cannabis for personal use. So in the Parliament of Malta, it was voted in favor for the personal use. So adults can carry 7 grams of cannabis and also they can grow up to 4 plants at home, and smoking in public or in front of children is illegal. Okay. So cannabis, also known as marijuana, so it is a psychoactive drug from the cannabis plant. So it is native to Central and South Asian nations. So it is used for both recreational and entheogenic. Entheogenic means it's like a drug, it's a psychoactive drugs, and also it is used in various traditional medicines. So Malta capital Valletta and currency is euro, and this is the flag of Malta. So here you can see Malta, it's very near to Europe, Italy. So it's a small island nation. So this is about Malta. So next Goa Liberation Day. So Goa Liberation Day is observed on 19th December. So on this day in 1961, so the 450-year-old rule of Portuguese was ended and Goa was captured by India. So 2021 marks 60 years of Goa independence. So Portuguese, they colonized many areas in India in 1500s. So till 19th century, they were ruling many parts of India. So by the time of 19th century, they were limited to Goa, Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Andiva Island, which is near to Daman and Diu. Okay. So this Goa liberation movement was mainly to end the Portuguese rule in Goa. So on August 15, 1947, when India gained independence, Goa was still under Portuguese rule. So Portuguese refused to give up Goa to Indians. But after military intervention by Jawaharlal Nehru, Goa was finally under the control of India after a 36-hour military operation which was launched on December 18, ended on December 19. So that is why December 19 is observed as the Goa Liberation Day by the operation called Operation Vijay or Operation Victory. So Goa current governor is Sridharan Pillai, chief minister is Pramod Sawant. So next Haryana launched a Kale Nursery Scheme 2022-23. So this scheme is mainly to promote sports. Okay. So this scheme will promote sports nurseries in government, private educational institutes and also private sports institutions. So these nurseries are mainly to develop athletes for games like the Olympic Games, Asian Games and Commonwealth Games. Okay. So it is launched in Haryana. So Haryana Governor Bandaru Dattatreya, Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar. So Tamil Nadu has announced Tamil Thai Vallattu as their state song. So it will be now the state anthem of Tamil Nadu. So this was recently announced by the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. So despite of Madras High Court declaring it a prayer song instead of an anthem, so the Chief Minister has given orders that this Tamil Thai Vallattu will be the state song or state anthem. So it will be a 55-second long song. So it was given official status in 1970. It is also the official song of the Union Territory of Puducherry. So this song will be in 55 seconds and sung in Mohana Ragam, and it is authored by Manon Manyam Sundaran Pillai. So he is the author of this song. So please remember Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and Governor is R.N. Ravi. So next Unzo Kim is the new MD of Hyundai Motor India Limited. So Hyundai Motor India Limited is the subsidiary of Hyundai Motor Company which is present in South Korea. So Unzo Kim will be the MD from January 1st. So he will replace SS Kim. SS Kim is going to the main company, Hyundai company. So Hunzo Kim will be working as MD for the Indian branch. Okay, so he played a very vital role in bringing smart mobility solutions and bringing internet-based connectivity cars, and also bringing all-electric SUV in India called Hyundai Kona. So Hyundai Motor established in India in 1996, headquartered in Gurugram, Haryana. Hyundai Motor main company was established in 1996 in Seoul in South Korea. Okay. So next, Mohit Jain. Mohit Jain was elected the new president of Indian Newspaper Society. So Mohit Jain belongs to the Economic Times. So he was elected the president of Indian Newspaper Society for the year 2021-2022. So from Sakshi, Raj Prasad Reddy was elected as the deputy president. Rakesh Sharma from Aaj Samaj as vice president. Tanmay Maheshwari as the treasury of this Indian Newspaper Society. So Indian Newspaper Society, or Indian and Eastern Newspaper Society, earlier it was called. So it is an independent body authenticating the circulation figures of newspapers and periodicals. It plays a major role in protecting and promoting the freedom of press in India. It was established in 1939, headquartered in New Delhi. So next, ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. It is the first insurance company to sign the principles for responsible investment on environmental, social and governance issues. It's the first insurance company in India to sign on environmental, social, governance issues. To promote sustainability, ICICI Prudential Life Insurance is integrating this environmental, social, governance factors into its management framework. Okay, so United Nations promoted principles for responsible investment. So it is mainly to promote the incorporation of environmental, social and corporate governance factors into their investment decision makings. So it was launched in 2006 and it is promoted by UN Environment Program Finance Initiative and the UN Global Compact. So whatever you do, you must compel with these environmental factors to protect the environment. So that is this particular principles for responsible investment. So ICICI Prudential established 2000, headquarters is in Mumbai. So next, RBI allows small finance banks and scheduled payment banks to be the agency banks. Okay, so RBI established 1935, headquartered Mumbai, Governor is Shaktikanta Das. So what is this agency bank? So RBI allowed small finance banks and small payment banks to be agency banks. So now what is agency banks? So agency bank, it is a bank that performs services in some capacity on behalf of an entity. So this entity can be a government or a private agency. So agency bank will provide variety of services. Okay, so if RBI has empaneled these banks as agencies bank, they can do banking and payment transactions for both central and state governments. So agency banks, they will cater needs for individuals as well as for businesses. So instead of government, these agency banks can now collect revenue receipts, pension payments, they can do pension payments, they can work related to small savings schemes, collection of stamp duty charges, all these things now banks also can do on behalf of the central and state governments. Okay, so now what is payment bank? So payment bank means, so they can accept deposits of both current and savings up to maximum 1 lakh. They cannot accept NRA deposits. They can issue ATM cards but cannot issue credit cards. So this is payment banks. Okay, like Airtel Payment Bank, India Post Payment Bank, Paytm Payment Bank. So various payment banks are present in India. So up to 1 lakh they can take deposits. So next is a small finance bank. Small finance bank is mainly to take banking activities like acceptance of deposits, lending to unserved, underserved sections like the small business units, small and marginal farmers, micro and small industries, unorganized sectors. So these small finance banks are mainly to the rural areas. Okay, so small finance bank, they can extend 75% of their credit to primary sector like the agricultural sector. So these are small finance banks and payment banks. So next, India successfully testified Agni Prime missile off the coast of Odisha. So this was developed by DRDO. Agni Prime is an upgraded version of Agni class missiles. So it's a two-staged canistered missile which has a range of 1000 to 2000 miles. So canister means they can be launched from anywhere on a vehicle. So that is canister missile. So they will be present in a canister and they can be launched from that canister. So this Agni Prime is half the weight of Agni 3. It can be launched from train or road. It can be stored for longer time periods, transported throughout the countries. So it will reduce the time required to launch the missile. So it has improved storage and mobility capacity and improved accuracy also, precision also. So maneuvering capabilities also. So Agni Prime is the most advanced and upgraded missile of the Agni class. Okay. So this is about Agni missile. So Agni missile was developed under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program, which was launched by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in 1983. This concept was completed in 2012. We have total 5 missiles in this Integrated Guided Missile Program, which is simply called Patna. So Patna means Prithvi, Agni, Trishul, Nag and Akash. So here is the range of all the Agni missiles: Agni 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and Agni Prime. So please go through the list, very important. So these missiles are developed by DRDO. DRDO established 1958, headquarters is in New Delhi, chairman is Satish Reddy. So next step, HAL. So Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, they signed a contract with Bharat Electronics Limited for developing 83 light combat aircraft, which is called Tejas. So Hindustan Aeronautics and Bharat Electronics Limited, both of them are developing 83 Tejas aircrafts. So this contract is for 5 years from 23 to 28. So it is the biggest order to boost the Atmanirbhar Bharat project. So 2 units of Bharat Electronics Limited at Bengaluru and Panchkula. So both of them will work for developing these Tejas aircrafts. So Hindustan Aeronautics established in 1940, headquartered in Delhi. The current CMD is R. Madhavan. Bharat Electronics established in 1954, headquartered in Bengaluru. The current CMD is Anandi Ramlingam. She is currently the in-charge CMD. You will get a new CMD for Bharat Electronics. So please make a note of it. So next, Avani Lekra. So you know she is a popular gold medalist in Paralympics, Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. She won 2 gold medals. She is also the first Indian woman to win 2 Paralympic medals in a single edition of Paralympic Games. So she was given the Best Female Debut Award in the 2021 Paralympic Sport Awards. Okay, so these awards are announced by the International Paralympic Committee. So they present the awards. So recently in the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics, India won 19 medals. Okay, and Avani Lekra won 2 medals in this list. So in International Paralympic Committee, so it is mainly the governing body of Paralympic movement. They organize the Paralympic Games. So they mainly strive to enable the achieving sporting equivalency, excellency, inspire the Paralympic Games. So they want to promote the Paralympic values, create sport opportunities for persons with disabilities. So it was established in 1989, headquartered in Bonn, Germany. Its president is Andrew Parsons. Okay. Next, according to Truecaller, India is the 4th most affected country by spam calls in 2021. So earlier the rank of India is 9, now it is 4. That means there is a significant rise in sales and telemarketing calls in 2021. Okay, so spam calls have increased in India. So that is why India is ranked now 4th. The top 3 affected countries are Brazil, Peru, Ukraine. So top 3, Brazil, Peru, Ukraine, and India is in 4th rank. So this list is given by Truecaller. So Truecaller was established in 2009. Headquarters is in Stockholm, Sweden. So next, Venkaiah Naidu released a book, Gandhi Topi Governor. So this book is authored by Yarlagadda Lakshmi Prasad, who is the chairman of the Official Language Commission in Andhra Pradesh. So this book is about Raghavendra Rao. So he is a popular barrister. He is a prominent freedom fighter, legislator, the governor of central provinces in British administration. So on his life story, Yarlagadda Lakshmi Prasad has written a book called Gandhi Topi Governor. So next, a book on Yogi Adityanath, the monk who transformed Uttar Pradesh. So this book is authored by Santanu Gupta. So this book is how Yogi Adityanath, the UP Chief Minister, transformed the state in various aspects like law and order, connectivity, education, health and overall growth. So this book underlines the journey of Yogi Adityanath from being born in Uttarakhand to being a saint and becoming a Chief Minister of the largest state UP. Okay. So earlier Gupta also authored books like Bharatiya Janata Party, the monk who became a chief minister. So various books are written by Mr. Santanu Gupta. So next, International Human Solidarity Day. It is observed on 20th December. So this day is mainly to celebrate unity in diversity, raise awareness about the importance of solidarity. So solidarity is defined as the awareness of shared interest, objectives that create a psychological sense of unity, ties in society that bind people together. Solidarity means togetherness, the awareness of shared interest. So International Human Solidarity Day is observed on 20th December. Okay. So quickly we'll revise all the current affairs. Ganga Expressway of 594 kilometers is coming up in UP. So Malta is the first European nation to approve cannabis for personal use. So Goa Liberation Day observed on 19 December. Haryana launched Kale Nursery Scheme. Tamil Nadu state song is Tamil Thai Valtu. So Unso Kim is the new MD of Hyundai Motor India Limited. So Mohit Jain is the president of Indian Newspaper Society. ICICI Prudential Life Insurance is the first insurance company to sign a UNPRI on environmental social governance issues. Scheduled payment banks and scheduled small finance banks are now made agency banks by RBI. Agni Prime missile is tested by DRDO at Odisha. Hindustan Aeronautics and Bharat Electronics, both of them tied an agreement to develop Tejas aircrafts in India. Avani Lekra won the best female debut in the 2021 Paralympic Sport Awards. India is the fourth most affected country by spam calls, which is given by Truecaller. So Gandhi Topi Governor is a book authored by Yalagarla Lakshmi Prasad. The Monk Who Transformed UP is authored by Santanu Gupta. International Human Solidarity Day is observed on 20th December. So these are all the current affairs for today. So please watch the full video, answer the MCQs in Telegram channel at 7 p.m. So please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section. Thank you students, we'll meet in the next class.